How about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. It's a brisk morning here in South Carolina. It's about 36 degrees right now. I know that's not cold to some of y'all, but it's pretty chilly to me this morning. I'm not quite used to it yet. But we're going to kick off our breeding season today. We're super excited. That's a little earlier than what we typically like to do. Today's November the 6th. That'll be putting us having kids about the second week of April. We really try to shoot for that May kidding, or at least we are trying to now. But like I said in our previous video, me and Maddie, my fiance, we're getting married in May, and we want all these kids to be on the ground before we go on our honeymoon and we're off, and we can't tend to anything that needs to be tended to. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna get them bred a little bit earlier. We are gonna be putting our young Kiko buck in with them for 2 weeks by himself, and he is pretty young. He's right at the 7.5, 8 month old. So I don't expect him to do a lot of breeding these first 2 weeks by himself. Really, he might cover about 4 or 5 of them is all I expect from him, and that's okay with me. In 2 weeks when we bring him back here to the home farm, we're gonna be putting in our older buck and letting him clean up, and him and Clyde can kind of battle it out for who gets bred by who. But that being said, this morning we're gonna be bringing the goats from the front pasture down to our catch pen, and we're going to be loading them up on the trailer and taking them up to the lease. But first, before we do that, we've got to see if we can get Clyde separated from the other bucks. I think that'd be easier to go ahead and get him separated, so whenever I bring the whole herd in, he can just fall in with them and come down here. He is a little bit more timid, not wild, but a little more timid. He doesn't like you getting near him too much, so it might be a little bit of a challenge, but we'll see. We've got a bucket of feed here to try my luck at it. So let's get up there and see if we can get him separated, and then we'll bring the does down here, start loading them up and shuffling them down the road. So I think what my best bet's gonna be is opening this gate, walking the billies into here, and then kind of turn around and walking them back into there. Since he's a little more shy, he might hang out in the back, get the other two in, and shut the gate on them. I'm gonna set the camera up and we'll see how this goes. This might be a harder project than I expected. Might go easy, never know with goats. Worked like a charm. So I did notice whenever I was pulling in, Clyde was by the fence with the girls by himself this morning, and looking at his legs, he's definitely starting to rut some. You can tell he's been peeing on his legs some. His neck's a little more swollen up this morning, so he might surprise me and get more of those does covered than what I expect. We'll see. I'm gonna let him work up here. He's coming. We'll let him get close to these girls, so whenever I open this gate, they can automatically join. I'm gonna go ahead and open this gate, so once I open that gate right there, it's a straight walk down to the catch pen. He's going to the girls. Might be surprised by old Clyde. Come on, Clyde. Well, that's what I didn't want to happen. He's running back down to the buck. I guess I'll grab this bucket of feed and see if I can get some of these girls to come back. But of course, they're going to be going straight to the apron. Here they come. I thought separating Clyde would be the hard part. It might be just getting Clyde to go with the girls. Go get them, girls. I don't think he can realize he can get to them. He just traveled that big red nanny. She put him in his place quick. Oh. Let's get him down there and get him loaded up. This is the part where it gets difficult by yourself. I don't know if you can see that brown doe all the way in the back, still standing on the leaves. She does not trust anything that's going on anytime. It's always nice to have someone kind of behind to push her. She's still standing back there. She knows what's going on. Hello! Let's see what we can do. Well, I think that was about as worse as it's ever gone. But we got them all. About half of them came in. The other half kind of stayed out and started eating acorns, and then it just came into a mess. So I trapped the half that came in, put them in that other little pasture. Finally had to chase to get these in. But we got them. We got them separated about half. So we're gonna go hook up the trailer, back it up. We'll load this half, take them up to the lease, come back and grab the other half. So it kind of worked out all right, just so we don't have to worry about dividing them, putting them on the trailer. Make sure we don't put too many and they kind of cram each other. But they're in there, we're ready to go. So let's go hook up the trailer and get them moving down the road. Y'all tell me when to stop. Well, we got the first load loaded up. We're going down the road. My truck's definitely gonna need a bath after this. My feet are completely muddy. It's pretty muddy where I was backing that trailer up. had to actually use the 4-wheel drive to get them loaded on the trailer, but they're loaded. We're gonna take this first group up there, let them out, turn around, come back and get the second group, and then we're gonna take some feed up there, some mineral and all that stuff. We'll bring that up here with that second group, and we'll take a look at this pasture. This pasture is looking amazing. I'll just show it to you here in a little while, but I'm excited to get them back up there on that. So I just got back from the first load. We're about to load the rest of these girls up here on the trailer. But first I want to grab some feed and some mineral and all that good stuff. Go ahead and put it in the truck so they're not in the trailer longer than they have to be. So we're going to go ahead and take the feed up there right now. We are feeding 1 pound per head per day still. We'll do that for the next probably about right at a month to keep these girls in top condition while they're getting bred, and just kind of help increase our odds of having more twins and healthier pregnancies. So let me grab my feed and some mineral, and we'll get these girls loaded up as well. Here lately, this is what I've been using for mineral. It's just a Purina all-purpose cattle mineral. It does have some copper in it, but not as much as a regular goat mineral. The reason I buy this is it has the copper in it that the goats do need, but it's just a whole lot cheaper than a goat mineral. What I've found in the past, that is anything that's got a label that has goat on it is going to be marked up. Whenever this stuff is almost just as good as far as your feed, your mineral, anything. It's just a marketing tool. You know, there's a lot of people that have pet goats, so they're going to buy anything that's got goat on the label for those goats. So this has been working well. The goats do love it. They go through a good bit of it. What I like to do is I've got a couple of these old mouse bait buckets that come with a lid. I typically like to wash it out really good, and then put my mineral in there. Keep it sealed up so you don't really have to worry about this stuff absorbing moisture. That's the biggest thing with mineral, is you got to figure out how to keep it dry, because all that salt in there will absorb a bunch of moisture. So now I guess let's see if we can get this last group on the trailer. Got to get them in this catch pen first. Come on, girls. Hopefully just opened the gate. They're all curious. That's that. Hush. Hey. Let's go, goats. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, hey, hey. Get up on that trailer. Hey, hey. Oh, Lordy. Hey. So it's actually been several days since I've moved the goats to this pasture up the road from our house. It is beautiful fescue right now, which is good. We got our first frost yesterday morning, hard frost. So everything else is about to start dying, but this fescue and this ryegrass in this field will keep on growing for a while. Since we've had the goats up here, I showed earlier in the video, we added Clyde into the herd. He is definitely doing his job, or what he's supposed to do. They're running up to the feed trough right up there right now. But you can tell he's been peeing on his beard, on his arms, and or his legs. Goats don't have arms. But all over himself. And I actually have witnessed him breed a couple does over the past couple afternoons. I'll throw in a little clip right here. As you can see from there were several ladies definitely interested in Mr. Clyde. So I think he's going to get more breeding done than what we were expecting. I really wasn't expecting him to take off like he has. But every time I come up here to check him, he is on them does, and he's doing his job. We really appreciate y'all hanging out with us on this video. We're super excited that breeding season is finally kicked off. We should have some babies on the ground in about 5 months. Hopefully Clyde did his job, but if not, we're going to throw our boar buck in about 2 weeks to clean up behind them. And we can look on the calendar and know for sure the 2 weeks that Clyde was in there, if those are his kids or not. So we were able to register them 50% Kiko. So we're super excited about that. Just kind of a new venture for the farm for the quality goats that we're raising. But like I said, we really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. I'm gonna go see if I can get in the deer stand and see if I can kill a deer this afternoon. But if you will, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and leave us a comment. Leave us a question in the comment. I'd really like to start reaching out to y'all more, kind of show my appreciation for y'all tuning in to our videos and supporting us. So leave us a comment or question in the comments, and hopefully I can answer it for you. If not, I'll find the right answer for you. It can be any question between goats, anything like that. Just leave them in there. We really appreciate it, and we'll see y'all on the next one.